Welcome. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get into these messages. We have some runes here. Berkana, Judgment, Hagalaz, the Tower. So, something's definitely different. Let me see something. Welcome. Returning and new subscribers. I am Goddess, High Priestess, Empress, Alba La Pantera. Why do I feel as though? Let's see something. Anyhow, let's vibe with it. Once again, welcome. Let's get into it. 144. All praise is due to the Most High, Mama Universe, Papa Universe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors, known and unknown. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And the gods and goddesses, as I am, for you and I collected to use our mind's eye to see. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So, Berkana, speaks of an internal power within you, internal power, having to do with growth. Berkana is also connected to feminine energy, sacred earth goddess energy, but it also connects to the Judgment card, which is also Pluto vibes, transformation, endings, new beginnings. But this internal power is assisting with handling an external force, which is Hagalaz energy, which is the tower. Now, this feminine energy that's coming in here, we'll dive deeper into this, of course. But it could signify for some of you that have been experiencing anything in regards to health matters. There is a recalibration here, all right? Healing. And with Hagalaz, let me move this. Gratitude, love. And with Hagalaz, as mentioned, it does speak of the tower. Yeah, definitely a change over here. Greetings, Alana. Greetings, Pantera Soul fam. Yeah, it speaks of wounds, grazes, cuts. Hail. But hail, when we're speaking of nature, those are the pearls of the Most High. Hail. So, 441 on the timer. Some of you have been seeing 144, 441 within these last 2 days, I'm hearing. Okay. This feminine energy is deteriorating anything that has to do with unwanted influences and energies, breaking destructive patterns. especially again as it relates to a disruption of one's health. Okay. And any situations in regards to relationships, whether now or in the past, along with projections that may have come from, people that are near and dear to you. This here Berkana energy is bringing in the disruption of that behavior, warding it off, so that way you can step into this new beginning. So there's definitely a rebirth with another level of protection here, regenerative power. All right. I'm seeing the angels and ancestors card of shedding the old skin, and in shedding the old skin, it does also connect to you becoming stronger, bigger, expansive. But with that comes a new ability. And make sure you all that are here now viewing this live are following those instructions that you see that come up on that prompt, where you're asked to hit that thumbs up energy, which is you cleansing yourself, entering this portal, stepping into the I am, your life force, your parallel version of yourself, revitalized. If not, you are indicating that you are still connected to the program of entities of disruption. And just to be mindful that universally, galactically, that is being handled. Oh, we, two eagles on the screen. All right. So we have the numbers 16 and 19, 16 representing the Berkana rune and 19 for the Hagalaz, but 16 is also the tower. Judgment and tower. That's some pretty strong energy there. With transformation, dagas at the bottom here, which speaks of breakthroughs, transformation, healing from fear, distress, issues with nerves or being nervous, also mental illnesses. Ashe. May you overcome any of these disruptions or energetic patterns and programs you are connected to. This is you, to liberate you from mental blockages, to have mental clarity. All right. Regain your power of self-change. And that is through recognizing the I am that I am, which is why I ask you all to hit that thumbs up, because the thumb represents Mars. So you're entering the portal when you're here. Okay. Or at least on the path of aligning with the parallel version of yourself that is experiencing everything that you're asking for in this moment, primarily being joy and abundance. Okay. Let's see what's coming through here. I'm going to the elementals. And if you are receiving personal readings from me, when you receive the message of your videos, be sure to save them. You have to be sure to save them to whatever you have to save it to. Because I do remove them from the email because it does take up space, but you have that option to save them. Y'all should already know that. You be doing that. Some of y'all apparently y'all be listening anyway. So what's judgment here? Movement. Okay. Speed. I'm also seeing here there's an essence of quantum leaping. There's definitely an essence of quantum leaping here with the assistance of this feminine energy. In terms of feminine energy, we're speaking of intuition, receptivity, nurturance, water, the flow, ebb and flow. But this movement is pretty fast here. Ooh, with the volcano. And you know, lava moves pretty slow. But with movement and speed here, I'll work on that after this. Okay. Judgment, movement, speed, fecundity, rain. Speaking of water. $35. There's definitely a massive cleanse here, a completion of a cleanse from a particular pattern with West showing up here, Archangel Uriel. Definitely a cleanse here that is completed in regards to the sacral and the root. Some of you may have been experiencing certain situations here with your legs. We have 3542. Speed, rain. You have the missing piece here. It's a puzzle. Something is definitely showing up as blossoming out of nowhere. It may seem as though it was out of nowhere, but no, this is due time. This is the moment of harvest for it, because under transformation, we have Jera, which is the rune of harvest, followed by initiation, high priestess, and justice. BHD as in David, JPTH. And then the stars under that. I just heard a wish come true. Let me see what comes up after the tower. Okay. Ooh, Lagos, which speaks, this would be connected to all of the aces in tarot. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. Things are going to begin to flow here for some of you. Again, it seems as though it's out of nowhere. No, it's due time. I'm seeing the game of Tetris. That once you build those blocks, whatever has to crumble crumbles, so that way you can continue your game of life. This is something within you is definitely going through a change here. Your emotions. Okay, so internally, there's a shift where you're more creative. Some of you are receiving promotions. Some of you are being able to begin certain projects that at one point may have been difficult to begin. And the only difficulty that I'm seeing here, it was that your energetic signature wasn't in alignment to what it was that you were, wanting to start. Is an enhancement also of psychic abilities to uncover hidden things. You can also utilize this room. Let's say you're experiencing, visions at night, or, your dream state may appear as a nightmare. This will help you to gain clarity and really move through those situations. The screen is definitely projecting in a different way. The moon. Temperance. See, the constraint in certain aspects was necessary for you to gain your strength for this particular moment. The letter N, BHLN. Some of you, you're also being asked to slow down, because I'm noticing the energy of the way the messages are coming through. You're being asked to slow down, rest. Especially during this winter season, or as we're approaching the spring, Northern Hemisphere. The actual new year. I'm also getting the vibe of cleaning house. Cleaning house. Alchemy, magic. Abracadabra. 42, 35, 43. Archangel Michael has to come in between 42 and 43. Archangel Michael had to come in between this movement and this alchemy, this speed and this magical, the speed of magic. The speed of magic had to do with Archangel Michael coming through. The signal was, for some of you, your tears. Doesn't matter whether you were aware of what situation it was that you had to be disconnected from. Your tears sent out the signal. Your tears, or recognizing a situation exactly for what it is, or a person exactly for who they are, and allowing them to be in that position, so that way you can move forward. You have the Fibonacci sequence here, doubling up. Show me the Tower's energy. The Tower. ignition, fire. Number 8. I'm going to put it right up under fecundity 35. Let me see what they're saying here. We got wildness, electricity 36. Yeah, something is... This is why you're being asked to slow down or rest. So that way these movements behind the scene internally can speed up the process. Some of you are moving too much and it's preventing the next step. Ego again. Yeah, it's preventing the view from a higher perspective. It's preventing the messages coming in from a higher perspective, and this would be through your rest. Journal more. Journal more. Solitariness, desert. 13. Where you want this one to go? Over here. Coming up under movement and speed. Desert, fire. Now the camel's coming through here. Wherever you may have been stubborn or moving in a stubborn way, this tower is actually supporting you. Fluidity, outer core, coming up under alchemy, which is definitely given this Lagos energy of flow. Outer core, alchemy, magic, yes. Revitalization of one's fire, one's passion. Now we have 13 with another 8 in the center with 12. There's some deeply rooted emotions here that are no longer deeply rooted. They're definitely right in front of you on the surface. That's what this tower brought upon you here. And we have home, earth, 15. Speaking of Berkana, sacred earth goddess energy coming through here. What's behind her? The soul passion. I'm telling you something about, for some of you, your tears sent off the signal. The tears is what's sending off the signal here to your angels, your spirit guides, to really cut certain things out. Taking action in certain situations you've been holding yourself back on. Because it's been affecting your energetic signature in connection to what it is that you are wanting to bring into your life. Pluto said, I'm here for the change. It's up and up when it comes to these changes, especially when you know the life you are destined to experience, that human experience. That soul spirit having that divine human experience. Pluto was saying, I'm here for it. In Aquarius, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Especially after it being in the sign of Capricorn and tearing down certain structures or traditions for you to be able to really see, dig up these feelings, polar opposite to Capricorn being Cancer, really dig up these feelings So you can see where, it's one thing to be used, but not misused. Because everything is being manipulated. The effects of that manipulation, much different. Groundedness, gravity. 39. Here we got the planet showing up. The animal kingdom is certainly supporting you. So your gut instincts is important here. Trusting your gut. Bravery, oceans, number 30. Speaking more of the planet. The inner child. Assisting the inner child to break through, to be able to experience this next level. Because it may have been connected to some form of wounding. And it was hiding itself from you. This is beyond sweeping something under the rug when your inner child is hiding from you. And now through this clearing, this cosmic clearing, this cosmic shift, it receives a signal to want to come out of hiding quickly. Some of you may be noticing that there's certain things that you are wanting to do here as it relates to that inner child coming to the surface. Part of your happiness and the misalignment of your energetic signature, they're saying, had to do with the inner child. What else is coming through here? Look it. There you go. See? Saturn. Not used to this is what I heard. Not used to this. 37, 39, 37. Not used to this. Gravity, magnetism. You're understanding even more so the flow of your energy. And with that being said, you're able to tell what's pulling on you that you may not have known before. Other energetic signatures that are causing you to be out of alignment with your own. Last 10 years here, 10 to 12 years could be important here. You got 37, 27, life, breath. This is something that was weighing heavy on your heart, though. And with the full moon in Leo coming up, it's definitely important, to release that so you can align even more so with your purpose, which is about transmuting the dark into the light. But if your heart is still heavy due to certain situations here, you're holding yourself back from the possibilities that the alchemy and the magic wants to bring forward. Growth, plants, 19, 20 years. The last 20 years or the age 20 could be what it is that you're being asked to release yourself from. Growth plants. That's what I'm saying here in regards to something that's changing here. You think it's all of a sudden, but it may come across as all of a sudden. Okay, so what's happening, this could be something that you've been waiting for, and it appears, and to you it's all of a sudden. This change happens all of a sudden. They're saying pay attention to that in terms of one's energetic signature. At one point, you're waiting and it's not coming in, and it's to the point that you get to a position where you just let it go, and then something appears in alignment to what it was that you were waiting on. But because you're not waiting is why it entered. Because it's something having to do with you letting it go, letting it be on a path of no resistance for it to come in naturally. But this entire process with the constraint was necessary for you to connect more with spirit, your highest self. Yeah, this is definitely on some other shit. Perspective definitely changing. Perspective shifts. Look at this. Mystery, dark matter. Speaking of change here. 11. And there she goes again. Earth, home. It's the galactic and cosmic shifts that are happening right now. So let's say this is an idea you had 20 years ago, and because it was 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying, you began doing other things. Some of you could be 23 right now. 3 years old, you knew what you wanted to do. But part of your constraint for all, and just in general, part of the constraint was recognizing, you know, to which capacity you wanted to do this thing or have this idea fulfilled or fulfill this idea, not have the idea fulfilled, because the one who's fulfilling it was going to be you. So you fulfilling that idea, you taking the steps, and part of those steps have to do with the journey you had. This could even be the last 2 days, last 2 minutes, but 2 is the number, 2 and 0. So 2 as well. If you're feeling that something right now is at a standstill, it's because there's something about you journaling or jotting down what it is that you are grateful for. All right. Because there's certainly some alchemy going on here in your outer reality in alignment to growth. Again, we're approaching this full moon in Leo. We'll do that message tomorrow. Full moon in Leo, 5 degrees. That is also a Leo degree. Now that would connect to, let's say if we're speaking of finances, you may be requesting a certain amount, but that 5 degrees energy is speaking of increments into that amount. So that's where that gratitude comes in. where step by step, you're getting closer and closer to that goal. Child. Yeah, there's something about since you were a child here, possibly 5 or 2021. Because now that we are in the 8th year, you're beginning a new 7-year cycle. Okay. So this is basically given the energy of 8 to 14 years old, clearing up prior to birth to 7 before 2024. Well, that's what these last 7 years was really connecting you to, really clearing out that period of your life. Because that would be the age range, if anything, if we're looking at it from that perspective. 0 to 7, the development of the spiritual body. And then 8, beginning that cycle where it's adjusting. Okay. Yeah, it's a confirmation because this child card says fixed, stubborn, inner child, do what you love, exploration, boundless energy. These are certain words that have been used up to this point in this message. What else? Spring, crack shot, 13. Yeah, putting yourself in a solitary state, but not in a way where it's detrimental to you, but it's allowing you to rest. Okay, because you're gonna be coming out of this here refreshed. You have spring, you have 1 to 3 months here, the new moon. Okay, we already spoke about that new moon in Aquarius about bringing love into the situation, especially as it relates to certain structures, that you may have been connected to that was blocking you from what you were truly feeling in regards to anything in your life, specifically about yourself. So you can come to terms with these situations and break through these deep psychological blocks. You're becoming more skilled here in your manifestation, and others of you to become more skilled in your manifestation. You have to really connect to the signature of it, of already having it. So living that lifestyle or enjoying your life as if, you know what I'm saying, what you're manifesting is already there. That's what that energetic signature is asking you to do in terms of that shift. For some of you, if you have children, you had a child during the spring season, and they could be reflecting back parts of you, that could reawaken the inner child for you. Let's see. 131, the Knight. So now we have the aces with Lagos, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. These are all portals of new beginnings here. All right, speaking of portal. But in order for you to have this complete access to it, or the missing piece to the puzzle, you're going to have to ground yourself. And you see here, she's resting. And as she's resting, there's so much more going on with the planets, with the animal kingdom, nature. Everything is involved here. 39, that's a 12. In order for you to reconnect with the ebb and flow of what's going on and to step out of the depths of your subconscious that you may have had issues with in the past, breaking through. But now you're in a space to break through those blocks that prevent that evolutionary growth. This is why Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto in the sign of Aquarius is going to have a blast. Because that's what Pluto does, break you through preventative blocks for your evolutionary growth. Aquarius is all about that sudden change. And with the part of you that's willing to accept, going through these transformations, no matter the intensity, you will be rewarded. Breaking free from the unknown, breaking free from the fear of the unknown, because that's just indicating a fear of yourself. Because of words. Nothing is unknown until you tell yourself or you hear that it's unknown. Some of you are attracting a fire sign into your life as well, or an earth sign. All elements. If it's an air sign, they could be wanting to move things very quickly here with movement speed. But it's because they have a strong connection, okay, to their intuition. So I'm seeing King of Swords energy, Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius. If this is a water sign and we're speaking of any form of significant partnership, there's still a process going on here in terms of them stepping out of an emotional cycle that has had them feeling as though they were blocked. If this is a fire sign, they're in alignment to a passion of yours. They're in alignment to a passion of yours. And for an earth sign here, you may see this person in your dream state, because it's connecting here to groundedness. So this is an energy of a godsend person or situation. Especially with these two earthy energies pulling through here with groundedness and gravity, growth in plants. This card here, attraction, magnetism, is in between these two. So there was a lesson that had to be learned. Something had to be put to rest. Just know that as long as any of you are here right now, you know what I'm saying? Thankfully, so still having this human experience, you're in a position to change your life, but it just depends on your perception of what is occurring. 4433. Because if you're focused on what it is that's in front of you right now, the conditions, the if is connected to condition, what's already in front of you has already manifested. And if you're wanting to bring in that which is in the vortex or what you're manifesting, you're going to have to connect to that energetic signature. And for some of you, what you're wanting to bring into your life has a lot more to do with joy and abundance. But if what is around you at the moment is not that, and that's all you're focusing on, this is why more of that is coming in. So with Berkana coming through here, followed by the Tower, followed by the Aces, La Goose, your judgment in terms of where you are at energetically, regardless of what you see in front of you right now, know that that's already part of something that's already there. It's already manifested. It's not part of the vortex of those situations or things that you're wanting to bring in to that reality to move that screen out of the way. So now you can bring in whatever is in that vortex. You're going to have to connect to that energetic signature, not what's in front of you. If what's in front of you brings forth that excitement, utilize that even more then. You know what I'm saying? To what it is that you want to bring in. That is already there, but your energetic signature is not going to connect to it. So it has to stay where it's at until you shift. This is why conversations that you're having with people who you're connecting to is important. You know what I'm saying? And in your own time, you know, when you're with yourself, what are you doing when you're with yourself? Because that would lead to the type of conversations that you have or the connections that you have outside of you here. Because the way you are with yourself is what you're igniting outside of you. And the way this is showing up here with speed, alchemy, fire, attraction, all of this is coming in quickly. Again, based on where you are at energetically. What are you signing off on? Every time you think of something, that's you signing off when it comes to your energy. That's the mystery. And right up under that, you got time, discipline. It's time for what? To see things from a higher perspective, clarity. And it's telling y'all it's time for y'all to go into y'all cave because the winds of change are coming. Connecting to the biome, all that is. And then we back again at completion, 444. There you are. So let's look at this olive branch. 420 energy. Dove over troubled waters. Sabian symbol, Taurus, 20 degrees. Jupiter, Uranus conjunction. And then balloons. I love to see it, honey. I love to see this. 1312, right there. Okay. Ooh. Balloons. I mean, you can step into being in a high vibration, free, having your freedom, ascending, rising up, or otherwise. The key here is to let it go. Whatever's stressing you, it's because you're signing off to that energy. You have no choice at that point. I mean, you do have a choice, but since you signed off on experiencing it, it has to continue the process as to which what's next would be stressing you out. But if you know that you're on the path of expansion, whether this is mentally, spiritually, physically, all three, all three, you wouldn't have these stressful situations around you. And when I mean around you, it could be right in front of you, but it won't affect you because you're not signing off to it with your thoughts and your feelings. Recognize it for what it is. In order for something that is stressful to stress you out, and you're quote unquote say that you are a high vibrational person, you literally had to come down a couple notches, 555, to experience that. This is why stillness meditation is important. So something that simple can be clear to you. Greetings, Fatima. Welcome, Pantera Soul Tribe. Welcome, Sweet Pea. Let's see. Pioneer. It came out in reverse. This is another two. Some of you are supposed to really, build a whole new trail. You're a trailblazer, but you're still moving along with the crowd. Pioneer came out in reverse. Taking shortcuts, better not do it. Or being around situations or people, you know what I'm saying, that are taking shortcuts or complaining about what can actually get them to stabilize themselves so that way they can evolve and grow. 3122, 13122, January 31st, 2022. And then the white rabbit is at the bottom of the deck. Spark of curiosity. It's time. Heeding the call. Dark to light. Going down the rabbit hole. Waking from the dream. Spiritual awakening. 7 of Sagittarius. And we have summer here. What time is it on that? 10:10. This energy is pretty magical right now, the way I'm noticing the way this is moving. And the selection. Some of you are being more selective here, or you're being asked to do so. Judgment, the Tower, and the Aces, that's a clear indication that anything you want is available to you right now. It's basically being given a wishing star. You were given a wishing star, but your expressions or your verbiage is what you're speaking into this wishing star. And if this is not abundance, and this is why you're not receiving that abundance. If it is, this is why it's coming in quickly. So that's the energy that we're going to go towards right now. Okay, so let's get a look at that. Let's get a look at that here. Something is a domino effect, and it's pretty strong. Everything's a domino effect here, boy. Look at that. Yo, chill. Okay, just took up the deck. Speaking of the aces and the portals, that's the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Right up under that, you got the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Material and spiritual prosperity, material harvest. Speaking of double up, material harvest twice. Material harvest. What's harvesting in your reality right now? It's material and spiritual prosperity. And then you have 9-9. Fulfillment of wishes and solitude. The entities of distraction, I'm going to just let y'all know, they're real. So you really want to ground yourself when it comes to your power. And when I say ground yourself when it comes to your power, this means expressing yourself the way you have to express yourself, not fitting in. Not saying things in a certain manner to make other people feel a certain way and make them feel comfortable. You're going to fuck yourself up doing that. Told you. Source said that's the truth. You're going to keep yourself trapped in fear, blocking yourself from your truth, self-sabotaging yourself to make yourself sound in a way, that it pleases others. That ain't going to cut it. That is not going to cut it. It's going to cut you out of your abundance. That's what that's going to do. If it does cut, something's going to cut you out of your abundance. This is time to pull all the magic out the bag. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also getting that pulling some of that magic out the bag when it comes to you also has to do with whoever it is that you are recognizing the truth about a situation, okay, with the wisdom that you have, where you may have people that want to be around you. This came up before too. People that may want to be around you because of the way that you express yourself, but they want to go against your truth. Let me tell you something. Moving on, rest and rejuvenate so you can move on. Okay, when you're tired of something, when you're tired, you go and get some rest. So if you're tired of something, put it to rest and rejuvenate yourself. Wearing blue could also help. I'm just seeing the blue that Shorty over here had on was that's a nice blue. It's a real nice blue. Had that sapphire type of blue. Tell me more here. Judgment, conflict, and defeat. Trust your intuition here, especially as it relates to certain conversations you're having with certain people that it's blocking you from your sacred values, or it's causing some sort of, it brings up an energy because of your sacred values. It brings up an energy that throws up a red flag. This could have to do with someone in the past of love. What is this here? Choose wisely. 57, May 7th. That's a 12. Venus in Scorpio, Venus in Aquarius. This could be someone who's loved by a group of people, actually liked by a group of people and not loved by a group of people. So this internal force of the feminine energy, how is this assisting the collective here? Some of you, the way this is assisting you is that you're becoming bored of certain people around you. That you notice that when you engage with them, you finally recognize that this only happens when you're bored, or certain people only come towards you when they're bored, or there has to be some form of substance around for there to be a connection or for there to be conversation. Six of Cups again. With the Tower and the Sun card. Yeah, your happiness is involved here. It's time to get the move on this quickly. Some of you that have pets may go on play dates with people that are really not in alignment to your energetic signature. You want to also be mindful of that too. Yeah, because that's what I mean about a whole red light. So somebody parking or whatever, but the red light just showed up outside the window. Well, red light, so basically a red flag. The entities that are around right now, Seven of Swords, because of these changes, how is this helping? It's helping you to see through the deception. Ravens and crows are also helping you out right now. Specifically ravens. That's a raven. Moon in Aquarius. Page of Cups, which speaks of invitations, but this is also, again, the card that represents between the 22nd and the 28th. You got to stay focused on your mission here. 606. Some of you have people from your past coming back, checking up on you, but you're in your rain season. They weren't there during the drought or the fire, so they don't even need to be there when the rain comes. So, or if they were in any of those seasons, they were in those seasons as an energy. High Priestess, this could be anybody. They were in these seasons. Yeah, something is hidden here. They were in these seasons, possibly giving you certain advice or ways of doing things that would actually keep you more stuck and stagnant. You may not have taken that advice because you recognized this was happening. 7257. 5/7, July 2nd, May 7th, July 2nd. What's this High Priestess energy about here? Yeah, some of you are sensing something, that's for sure. But whatever this is, that can lead to you getting pissed off, remember, this is all designed for you to evolve. Don't get stuck back into, that energy of, what I'm saying, that puts you at a low vibration. The Sun, Three of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. You got Aries, Leo, Gemini. But for some of you specifically, this could be a Leo with the Sun card. Dog barking. 608, June 8th. It went to 609 just now. June 8th, June 9th. Gemini. So Leo, Gemini. Choose wisely. Some of these people are being, I'm hearing, some of these people are being mounted by certain energies and they don't realize it when they're going against you. But you are the one that have to be aware of this happening so that way you can disconnect yourself from it, because they're literally just pulling on your energy. And your intuition is so high, it's your psychic ability is increasing so much so that you even recognize when this comes in right before it comes in. So for some of you, that's your cue in terms of what to get out of your energy, especially if you start to feel drained. If you start to feel this energy of excitement and you have people coming towards you that add to that, obviously, you know what I'm saying, that's something that you could possibly move forward with. But if you notice that your energy starts to tip off into sadness or some type of, just and then someone contacts you, be very mindful of that. Eight of Wands, communication coming in quickly. It doesn't take long, but it does. The distance in between your body sensing something and something in your physical shows up in your external force. For some of you, this is affecting your health. This is why you got to get on this. Or it has been. I'm not going to say is. It has been. And in recognizing it, you know what I'm saying? It's out the door. Show me the Tower. Yeah, they're bringing me back to the energy of the reading as we started. That's slowing down a bit so you can see a different angle. Some of you got to slow down to see a different angle of something. Let me see. What is this Tower energy? Crown chakra showed up. Material and spiritual prosperity. Let's just see. I just smell spaghetti. Spiritual strength in reverse. This is something that yeah, you've been wounded by this for a long time. Whether this is a person or an energy, Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior. It's something that's been pulling on your strength, and the Tower's here to disrupt all of that. Trapped in fear. Yo, these cards are upright. You got Eight of Wands in reverse too. This is something that was really destined to slow you down. You were aware of it though. 110, you might have been more aware of it come around that new moon in Capricorn, about your destiny. That you had to, you're the one that has to, take action on certain decisions. They just walk through a portal. And they're showing the waters that are separated with land in the middle. So at a crossroads. This was all part of your destiny, though, this situation. All these people, just for you to see your strength. Partnerships and alliances and destiny at the bottom. Yeah. This was all part of it, for you to become more aware. This will be one of those situations where your spirit guides and your ancestors allow you to get your ass whooped so you can wake up. This will be a situation where you're calling on them and something's not happening. It's because they already know, you know what I'm saying? You're going to take a path that is actually going against, I'm not going to say going against. You would take a path that won't be I'm just going to say you won't be in alignment to the abundance that's coming towards you because you're not yet fully established within your own strength and courage to take another path that could literally stabilize you. So that way, whatever the situation is, you won't even be asking them for their assistance because you'll be more aware, of what it is in terms of you manifesting from the vortex into your reality. And not focusing on what's there that is not, no longer serving you, but because your focus is on that, you're caring so much about a lower vibration. That's where you're at. That's the channel you're tuned into. New beginnings. Ashe. Okay. I just heard don't be a fool at the crossroads, meaning turning back from where you came from. Because once you get to the crossroads, if we're looking at a major arcana, we would be looking at a decision, the Lover's card. Don't be a fool at a crossroads as you going backwards into a situation that you may have thought was of a higher level of commitment. But it wasn't the energy of, the Empress, the Emperor, High Priestess, Hierophant. Definitely a magician, though. Definitely an energy that could, you know what I'm saying, make you feel as though that this is it because you want something so bad, so you take the first thing coming. That's why they said slow down. This slowdown in regards to your spiritual strength and you constantly going back into something. 6 and 8, the 9 of Wands in reverse is a 6 now. The 6 and the 8, that's 14. This is what was helping you to put the pieces together into this new beginning. And then that leads to the conversation of, situations in the past that you may felt as though was coming towards you or to you, not towards you, but happening to you. It was all for you to stabilize yourself. Partnerships and alliances, a new beginning. When it comes to partnerships and alliances here, under that, we have discontent and boredom, solitude, moving on. So you could be in a state of solitude right now. Or feeling as though you want to, just be to yourself or around whatever it is that you want to be around that allows you to be in that position where you feel as though you're to yourself. You know what I'm saying? 4 of Pentacles. Sun in Capricorn energy. What is this holding on to? In regards to Hagalas and this disruption, the Tower coming in. What are they holding on to? Knight of Cups. Some of you, this is a Pisces. Or what hidden enemies have done once you recognize the hidden that is not hidden anymore. Holding on to that. For some of you, this may have to do with lovers and you having an overstanding of these energies. And you may be asking yourself, damn, like they took it that far to get to a point where you weren't clear about what you were seeing. Okay, lying to yourself about your vision, what you were seeing. Like that K is an 11. 11 is the visionary. Ace of Cups. It was getting you to a point to loving yourself unconditionally, so that way you can attract that into your life. The only way you're going to attract unconditional love external to you is that you have to have it for yourself. And if you know that there are situations that you're supposed to be getting out of because it's not in alignment to your energetic signature or the energetic signature of joy and abundance, and you're still there, that's you not having unconditional love for yourself. Simple as that. Queen of Wands, yeah, sideways. It was a challenge when this is given the energy of someone who is very sociable. You know what I'm saying? Everyone loves to be around you. And with that, everyone and anything would want to be around you because of your energies. Is you have an empowering spirit. So even in situations where you may have felt as though Mel, I don't know where that Mel came up. You may have felt as though you were being broken down. Nah, you were really going through a process of shutting this old skin or different programs and mindset that connects you to these certain vibrations and frequencies of people. Nine of Swords, psychic attacks, attack of the psyche. This doesn't have to do this. The psychic attack don't have to come from anybody else. You can attack yourself. And a clear example of that is if you know there's something that's not aligning to that energetic signature of joy and abundance and you still there, that's you attacking your own psyche. This don't got to be anybody else that do this to you. But if this is you doing this to yourself, then obviously anybody else can do that to you much easier. This is what? Mars and Gemini? Mars is a personal planet. Mars has to do with your life force, your vitality. When it comes to what you think, are your thoughts bringing you vitality or is it taking it away from you? Because at that point, it's going to be real easy to think that something or someone is blocking you. But this is where it comes up to in terms of you holding yourself accountable for situations that are in your external environment based off of your energetic signature because you're calling it in. Queen of Wands. Some of you, this has to do with you holding on to what a Pisces or an Aries has done. You have the Wheel. Do you need another lesson or do you want your reward? Karma or Dharma? Karma is sweet because it puts you in a position to learn a lesson. Two of Wands, crossroads. The wheel has shifted right back at the position of you being at a crossroads again. Don't be the fool at a crossroads, meaning making a decision that makes you go backwards. With this Eight of Wands and this Nine of Wands in reverse, that would be the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, all in reverse. If you're being a fool at a crossroads. Foolish, rather. But in terms of don't be the fool, that would be going back in terms of reading in between the lines. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the fool. Be the Chariot, because after making a decision, major arcana, the Lover's card, which is about making a decision, could be about lovers. Some of you gotta change your vibration. This is why you keep attracting a certain type of person, because it's where you're at. You attracting where you're at. What's the Wheel? Page of Swords. This detachment got you feeling as though you walking on a tightrope here, but you don't recognize how much balance you have or how balanced you are at this point. This Tower is also, that's what this is bringing in. Look at that, Two of Cups. So your subconscious is literally asking you to disconnect from partnerships that are not bringing in this magic, this pure alchemy of love. I heard for some of you, this will help you with any endeavors you have in terms of real estate. That's fourth house energy. That's feelings. There's certain feelings you're holding on to, and it is causing you not to be an energetic signature to doing what you have to do in real estate, which is fourth house energy. You're not being real with your own estate. On that. Talk to me, Lagos. There's an L there, and the source is saying it ain't no loss. It's levels. Number 18, cycles, moon. There was also levels to uncovering something that was hidden here. You was waiting on something to come in much faster. But it's coming in divine order, where time doesn't even exist. Sun card once again. Let's see. Moving on. Six of Swords, Mercury and Aquarius. Your perception is being guided by the future. Speaking of Lagos being the aces and the portals, there you go. Moving on. In order for you to walk through these portals, you're going to have to move on. Ignited passion, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, but specifically Aries, Mars, I am. For some of you, moving on, there's something you're saying after I am that's reconnecting you to a program that's not in alignment to what it is that's in your vortex. Or for some of you, you have to really, clear out that entire vortex of what it is that you're manifesting, because there ain't nothing in there in connection to abundance. And if you feel as though that it is, or you think it is, that abundance for some of you, that it's not abundance, is connected to you proving a point, revenge, still holding on to some form of anger. That's why whatever's there ain't even abundant. Got 618 here. Take off. It's time to take off, baby. Okay. Positive movement forward. 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, you're leaving one position or job, career until exactly what it is that you want for yourself. So it's just saying, stop worrying about what next. That worry is blocking you here. 6, 8. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords energy. Yeah, some of you are not getting enough rest here because you're still holding on. Solitude. 6, 8, 9. 89, June 89. What are they holding on to here? What is this? What you're focused on is coming. So if what you're focused on right now is not what you want to appear, switch it. That's your power. Switch it. Switch that perception right now. You know, don't allow it to be something where you're proving the point to other people that you got out of a situation. That's not gonna help you right now. It's gonna put you right back where you started. Fucked up. Yeah. What's this? Some of you, this is a Virgo. Or you're holding on to something, a job or a career that you're being asked to find a different position or something, or go somewhere else, and you're worried about your finances. Plan it out. While you're there, apply for whatever else you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? But constantly being in the version of yourself that is of success, not in a position where you don't want to be around these type of people and this, that, or whatever, because that's exactly what you're going to keep having. Third house, information. Some of you got to, do more research here. Make it your duty to on a daily basis to align with that signature that connects to things flowing. You know what I'm saying? That keeps you in a flow of being able to accept yourself first and foremost, so that way you can accept others for who and wherever they may be in their journey or whatever they're doing. Because in that acceptance, you're not sitting there in the thought process of wanting to change them or have this type of conversation to see that. No, accept it for what it is. If it's not in alignment to who you are, where you going, there's no need to even entertain that. Uranus and Virgo. That's the sudden change right there. Fourth house. Some of you are gonna have to move. Or you aligning to that higher version of yourself, whatever is around you, that's sort of low vibration, moves away from you. Because it's something about your power, the electricity within you sends the signal throughout the earth, throughout the grounds around you, that whatever is against that, you know what I'm saying, or opposing that, it repels it. It has to move away from you. I'm literally seeing an energy go like this, back up, just out of your space. But you gotta activate that though. Especially if this has to do with your home, neighbors. For some of you, this is clients too. There's going to be a sudden change. Some of you may be afraid of, not even afraid. You may be apprehensive about, the value, the putting a certain price to it. That's why you're going to keep connecting to more people of lack, and it's going to slow down the clientele. You know what your value is. Step up. Step it up. And the level of clientele, the energy in terms of the people that connect with you will reflect that. But if you sit in here about it, nah. No. People are always going to pay for what they see value in. When I say pay, simple as paying attention. That if you're giving your attention to situations that, you know what I'm saying, can't afford to be in your space, you'll constantly attract that. You know what I mean? Second house. Yeah. Your assets, finances, and the things that you value. There's that. Vesta. It's going to be amazing, positive movement forward here once you recognize your value and you align with that. Because even those that you feel as though that you may have been connected to and they may not be in a position to afford that, you being that way and thinking that, that's exactly why they're moving that way. That inspired them to step up their game. If they still want to, you know what I'm saying, be around what it is that you have to offer, they'll step up their game. But you got to stop dimming yours and lowering yourself. Sagittarius. This energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, great fortune, and authority. Confirmation. Mutable energy. Change, change, change. Chiron. Some of you have Chiron in the second house here. That's probably why you're moving this way. Deeply rooted wounds in connection to what you value. Really expressing your value. Connecting to it more so. With that being said, some of you have to be mindful as to what it is that you're watching on social media or on YouTube. Or you may come across certain people that tell you not to move this way or that way in terms of what you should charge. No, you know yourself. You know your product. You know what you out here to do. Focus on you. Yes, focus on you. And you'll connect with those that are in alignment to what you got going on. I promise you. 10th house. Second house, 10th house. These are money houses right here. Your achievements and status in the outside world. Some of you, this could be a fear of being recognized, and you have Mars. Your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit is involved to assist you to break through this. Aries. Mars and Aries energy, spiritual warrior. Mars and Aries is the Two of Wands, which is a crossroads card. Don't be a fool at a crossroads. When you reach that crossroads in moments of decision, the Lover's card, the next card is a Chariot. You the one that gotta, you know what I'm saying, get up in there and then make that shit move. But because it's the Chariot, it's the Cancer card, this movement is coming from the way you feel. In terms of you taking the reins on this, it has a lot to do with the way you feel about a situation. Because you have a thought, but that feeling is accentuating that thought. That feeling is accentuating that thought. Self-sabotage. Eight of Swords. What's this? Two of Swords, Judgment. Yeah, time to decide here. There go that 220, 22. Time for you to build. Some of you really came out here to build, and you could be a life path 22 or life path 4. You're required to have some form of structure here. Structure yourself. Get organized. With Virgo energy showing through there, this Hangman and the Nine of Swords. There's a cosmic intervention happening so you can clear yourself from whatever this self-inflicted psychic attack you got going on here. Or had going on here. You had. Moving on, past, positive, past. You're getting the past. $134.44, Nine of Pentacles. You're getting the past. You're moving past this so that way you can step into your independence. Nine of Wands. That Tower coming in to bliss you. So that way you now can flow financially. Financial freedom is coming through here. Four of Swords. Telling you. When you tired, you get some rest. Some of you in a situation, you talking about you over it. No, you're not. You ain't tired. You're not tired. That's why you saying over it. You ain't go through it yet. You ain't go through it. See exactly everything that you had to see so you can dissolve that energy and move on from it. But also here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, there's definitely some healing that is happening. Especially in matters of you feeling that you've been taken advantage of. Okay. If you have certain offers that you're putting out there, make sure you're doing whatever it is that people select and don't go above and beyond that. If they want more, they can select other features. You may want to do things from the kindness of your heart, but then it leads into you feeling that you're, being taken advantage of. There's a way to change that. Stop doing that. What's this? King of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold. King of Cups. Yeah. King of Cups in reverse. You're looking at this as the polar opposite of Scorpio. This would be Taurus, second house energy. You have to value yourself. Mercury and Taurus here constantly have you in this energy of lack because you're not valuing yourself. I get the kindness of your heart, but business is business for some of y'all. You got to get more in that mindset. People say whatever they want to say. You choose whether you're going to sign off on that and let that be a part of your energetic signature, or you just let them say what they got to say. Obviously, there comes a point where if something or someone is getting too disrespectful, some of you do got to speak up. But choose your battles, choose wisely. Some of you, there's this feminine power within you that you don't even have to say much or anything at all. Just you knowing who you are, this particular experience may show back up again only for you to determine where you are at energetically, so you can know this is just a minor battle. You're built for way more than this. This is not your fight. That's that person's own personal fight. They just want to project that outward. What's showing up here? Ten of Swords, betrayal. Why is the King of Cups in reverse here? Different deck? Say less. Why is the King of Cups in reverse? Six of Cups, something of the past. Could be something from childhood too. People from your childhood or people that you've known for quite a while, at least 20 years, 8, 20, whatever. Just people that you've known for a while that have taken your kindness for weakness or have just taken advantage of it. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Ten of Wands, Page of Swords. Some of y'all, there's some of these people that know, they know this, and they're sitting here watching you, okay? And they also turned their backs on you while you were carrying this heavy burden. This is what I mean about certain people that you've known in the past, okay? Wanting to check up on you because they can sense you're in a better position. Or if they're not sensing that, they want to see if they're doing better than you. Like that shit right there, that causes you to get in that like energy in terms of you not seeing your vision, because they don't see themselves, and them not seeing themselves is always having them in this competitive nature. Go do a fucking sport if you want to compete. The fuck. And even then, everybody is, as far as being an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Still, there's a portion of it where you have to just be yourself. Is the value of you as an athlete is what you can do authentically. Of course, it's in a scenario of competition, but this is what I'm saying. If somebody want to compete, tell them to go do a fucking sport. That's it. Come on now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The moon. Hidden intentions. This ain't the channel of dealing with drama. No, absolutely not. I'm not here to support anybody defensive ways of being because that shit is weak. You want to be weak? Go be on somebody else's shit where you can get defensive about whatever. Nah, handle it. Handle it. You find yourself always sitting here defending yourself and something. Why the fuck are you still there? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody just want to see if they're making more than you, or whatever the case may be. If you don't need people of this energy and that type of programming around you. This is why solitude is important. The more you enjoy your solitude, the less you're going to need other people around you. And the reason why certain people reconnect with people of the past that they may not know their hidden intentions is because you're not in that state of having that unconditional love from the solitude. For some of you, these hidden energies come from your past life, because this is also coming through as the Sabian symbol of the peacock on an ancient lawn with the peacock here. Taurus 29 degrees. Let me tell you something about that. You came here with abilities from so many different lifetimes, not just here on Earth, cosmically, galactically, all of that. The multiverse, all of that is embedded within your body right now for whoever I'm talking to. And this is why you encounter a lot of these situations, especially with that Nine of Wands right there in reverse. Until you got to that final lesson, that's when everything began to activate itself. And for some of you, for you to recognize that there's certain situations that have to come back so you can see yourself clearly. Some of you are some, you know what I'm saying? Some legit ancient high priests, high priestesses, magicians. There is no rank for what knowledge is within you. There shouldn't be that type of energy in here, but some of y'all connected to these people and you wanting to compete against them, you fucking yourself up doing that. All you doing is causing a karmic lesson to keep reappearing into your life, and you continue to be stagnant because you want to compete with somebody and see similarities with somebody that do you see yourself? Do you see yourself within yourself? Forget about this other person outside of. Do you see yourself? Queen of Pentacles, Moon in Capricorn energy. That new moon in Capricorn kicked off some shit. 110. Ace of Wands right here. That one more lesson. You can see this power you would carry in here. Speaking of the Nine of Wands in reverse with this Ace of Wands here, is for you to see this shit. What you have to detach from. Saturn in Pisces is also assisting you with that. You know what I'm saying? Disconnecting yourself from these vows that you had in the past. And these vows that you may have made in the past has something to do with some level of fear, which is why you made a vow of that nature. The Fool. New beginning. Tell me more about the Fool. Boy, if that Two of Wands come out here, shit. 10 of Pentacles. That would be why the Two of Wands would have came out. If anything, if you allow yourself to go backwards, you're gonna be missing out on this 10 of Pentacles. It came out in reverse. And we did a message a couple lives ago where the 10 of Pentacles was the foundation of the spread. There could be some messages in there for some of you in here. Ace of Cups. Yeah. The lack of unconditional love for yourself is going to block you from this abundance. That's it right there. The version of you that's already successful is literally just staring at you on some, yo, can we move on with this? Move on from this? Move on from what? Queen of Swords, King of Cups. Some of you, this is a Scorpio. Came out in reverse again. And this, Nine of Wands, upright. Yo. Some of you, this is a Libra, Scorpio, a Sag. What's this? Nine of Swords, 10 of Cups. If this is not a Scorpio, this is a situation that you're not allowing yourself to see the truth, rise up from it, transform from it, so you can see from Scorpio to Sag. You got Libra, Scorpio, Sag. Some of you are overanalyzing the situation that is out of balance, Libra, which is preventing you from transforming, Scorpio in reverse, and it keeps you in this wounded state, that spiritual wounded state with the Nine of Wands, Moon and Sag. For some of you, this could even connect to people, let's say, higher education, people you went to college with, or they could be projecting energy onto you. Let's say this is a situation where this is people that you went to college with, and they're projecting energy on some, you can sense that this may be happening. Just send them love, because whatever it is that they're doing in terms of, speaking about you in a certain way that is not of love, they're going to have to deal with that, handle it, but they're going to deal with it. Instead of handling it would be either just minding a business or speaking love. Especially if you're someone on a platform, a social platform, doing what you do, and they just sitting there spying and shit. But they know that they've been on some different type of energy in terms of not supporting what you do. They may know what you got going on. Let's say you got a YouTube channel or whatever, or you may have a business page. They never followed your business page, or they never, asked to promote it or anything of that nature. They sit there watching you though. They sit there watch your ass. Listen, you just continue to mind your business. Look at that. Movement, choices, and decisions. Mind your business. And transform from this. There you go. Get your wings on. Some of you had your wings, but you're still moving as though you were a caterpillar or in the chrysalis stage. Others of you, you really just have to disconnect from people who feel as though that whatever position you in right now is because of them. People can connect you to whomever they want to connect you to, but you still have to be yourself for that opportunity to continue. A connection is one thing. What is your personality bringing to the table, though? Because anybody could be referred for anything, but that doesn't mean that that brand wants you. See what I'm saying? Well, yeah, y'all. I can pull one more message here. I want to see what this is doing, and I may be back. Let's get on the road. Let's get this show on the road, y'all. All right, let's get moving. You got the deer and the elk. Ooh. For some of you, if either you have a father here, a father figure, or a father that's not playing with this growth, it showed up 3 times. Well, this family showed up 3 times, 3 generations. The deer, speed, accuracy, and endurance. You're being guided to no longer stand in the shadows of fear. Begin today to allow yourself to be seen. What you seek is there to be found. Take inspired action and a leap of faith towards your heart's desires. 151 on the timer. And the elk, stamina, awareness, tenacity. You're being guided to keep your eyes, mind, and heart on your desires. Exactly. Mind your business. Marshal your power to follow through and break free from discomfort. Expand and stretch yourself in ways you never thought possible. You are a teacher and student of life. Yeah. All these situations were designed for you to learn and remember who you are. And once you recognize that, you know, what you have to move forward from so you can move towards your heart's desires, first and foremost, if it has to do with your heart's desires, what's really stopping you? Because that heart is generating nothing but love. You want anything less than that, that's what stops you. All right, so stay well, live it up. All right. Get these projects on the road, get your rest first and foremost. But you know what I'm saying? Get in that creative space. While you get in this rest, also, you know, find the moments to get into your creative space and doing things that you love to do. Bring love into the situation. Full moon in Leo. Leo's the heart energy. Right after that, you got the new moon in Aquarius, which is, you know, it's a clean slate when it comes to you knowing what you want to do in terms of your revolutionary spirit. So your heart is involved right now, love. Your heart is involved. Be mindful of that. Love y'all.